Hi everyone, this is Rufaro and welcome to Sheep Money Hacks. In today's video, I will be going over how to get an interview in consulting or in finance with zero work experience in that field, with zero experience in consulting or with no internships at all. So yeah, before we get into this video, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, and like if you haven't. You know what, watch the video and then decide if you want to subscribe or like. I think that's pretty fair, but yeah. So I'm going to just dive into this video. So this was something that I saw myself in. This is a situation I was in a few years ago, and I was trying so desperately to land an internship in consulting or just in any space in finance. But I had zero work experience. I had zero experience in consulting. I had not done an internship in it before. And I would just think to myself, how am I going to get any experience if I don't get my first experience, right? It's like you've seen some job descriptions, but this is usually for full-time, and they say, oh, entry-level position, have 5+ years of work experience. And you're like, whoa, like when am I supposed to get 5 years work experience? I've just graduated. How is this happening? But anyway, so basically what I did, and hopefully you could see if this is something you'd want to try, or let me know if you tried something else. Just drop it in the comment section. So the first thing to do, you've got zero work experience or nothing to speak for on your resume so far. What I would do is start by joining clubs and organizations on your campus. Join organizations that might be related to what you want to do. So for me, I joined NABA, National Association of Black Accountants. I joined the Finance Club. Those are the two main ones I joined. I mean, I was also busy at school with other things. I played tennis for my university, so I could only spread out my time as much as, I had to be realistic. So within those organizations, I then started picking up roles. So in NABA, I couldn't be there all the time because of school, because of sporting events, like when we had matches and tournaments. I could not be there all the time. But when I could, and when I had built the time, I started getting into leadership roles as well, until I became president in one of the years. So definitely join organizations and pick up roles. And when you pick up those roles, be intentional. Think, okay, what am I learning from this role, right? Because you have to write this on your resume. So be it you were leading so many people to do XYZ, you were the treasurer, that's something they'll want to see. Oh, okay, you're good with numbers, you are responsible, we can trust you, we can trust you. Or it doesn't have to be an organization particularly tied to what you're doing, but take up a role. If you were in the choir, maybe take up the role of, again, being the treasurer or being the coordinator of the events. Or with your Bible study, pick a role. Are you the one who's sending out Bible studies? Show that you show initiative, show that you're responsible, show that you want to be there all the time, you're present, right? And you're going above and beyond. That's the first thing I would say. The second thing, look at community event opportunities. Volunteer in those places, because I think it's so important. That's something these companies are looking for, to see that you believe in something greater than yourself. You're doing something for the greater good. These companies are definitely always giving back. So if that's something you can speak for, I think that's very important, and it shows to you as a person. Another thing as well is you can look to actually work for free. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Be it for your uncle, you can work for free for him and gain some skills in that field. for a startup, or you have a friend who's an entrepreneur, say, hey, your friend who's selling lip gloss or your friend who's selling hair, tell her, I can help you with your books or something like that, and make sure you document that on yourself. I created like a brag on myself worksheet where I would jot down the things I have done. They could be small, but it's finding a way to articulate it in a way that will link to that consulting role that you want. That's the other thing I would do. Another thing as well I would do is speak for the subjects I've taken in class, for the classes I've taken at school. So let's say for a consulting role, you would need to have taken maybe some finance classes, some accounting classes, some business management classes. You can speak for those classes, what you learned in those classes, what you enjoyed, right? What group activities you were able to do in those classes, how you worked with the people in that class. Because it's something that you'd want in consulting. You're not working by yourself, but you're working with teams, you're working with people. So that's something that they're definitely going to look for. And let me tell you, when you're selling it, don't brag, don't put yourself on a stool, but be confident in it. You should be able to, one of my favorite examples was of, I read it on LinkedIn actually, and they were saying there's a big difference between how you can sell yourself. There are ways you can sell yourself in a very good way. So for instance, with the light bulb, right? You replace the light bulb, but how are you going to sell that, right? There's a way you can say, oh, I just unscrewed a light bulb, cool. But you can say, I single-handedly, single-handedly repaired equipment in a household with incurring minimum risk and completing and completing the task to the achieving 100% results or something like that. So you see the difference in that. Instead of saying and screwing, you single-handedly did that task. You you reduced the risk, there was no damage, and there was an end result. So those are ways you can definitely sell yourself to get your foot in the door, in be it consulting or in any finance role you want. Hey, this can go to actually any role you're applying to, just figuring out ways to sell the things you've done, sell the small things, or the things you think are small that you've done. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you're still watching and you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and subscribe and like and comment. Let me know what you think and any questions you have, because I really hope and I really want this to be useful to you. So yeah.